Have you ever been 100% sure about something and then found out it never happened? You remember the conversation, the place, even the emotions, but when you try to prove it, there's nothing there. Congratulations, you've just experienced a false memory. And no, it doesn't mean your brain is broken. It means it's working exactly how evolution designed it. Welcome back to Mindscope, where we explore the most puzzling, fascinating, and sometimes disturbing aspects of how your brain works. In our last video, we looked at why your brain forgets things instantly, even important stuff. Today, we're taking a step deeper into the mystery of memory. Because sometimes your brain doesn't just forget, it adds things, changes things, or worse, creates entire events that never happened at all. Let's start with the basics. A false memory is a recollection that feels real, but isn't. You can remember full details, colors, faces, conversations, but none of it actually happened. Now, that might sound like a glitch, but in reality, it's a feature of your brain's flexible, adaptive memory system. Memory isn't a video camera. It's more like a Wikipedia page. You can edit it, and so can other people. In the 1990s, psychologist Elizabeth Loftus conducted groundbreaking experiments on false memory. She showed participants videos of car crashes, then asked misleading questions. Just by changing a word like hit versus smashed, she could change their memory of what they saw. Those who heard smashed were more likely to remember broken glass, even if none was there. This is called the misinformation effect, and it's incredibly powerful. False memories don't just affect experiments, they can change lives. In the 1980s and 90s, courts convicted people based on memories recovered in therapy, memories that later turned out to be false. Families were torn apart, lives destroyed, all because someone remembered something that never happened. Scary? It should be. So how do these false memories form? Here are the key ingredients. 1 suggestion. A leading question, a friend's comment, or even a therapist's hint can implant ideas. 2, imagination inflation. The more you imagine something, the more likely you are to believe it happened. Point 2. Emotion, strong feelings make a memory feel vivid, even if it's not accurate. Time. The longer ago something happened, the more gaps there are. Your brain fills those gaps with assumptions. Your brain builds memories like a reconstruction project. Each time you recall something, you rebuild it. And every time you rebuild, you risk altering the blueprint. You might mix memories, add details from movies, dreams, or other people's stories. You're not lying, you're just remembering wrong. Here's where it gets weirder. Sometimes entire groups share the same false memory. Remember the Berenstain Bears versus Berenstain Bears debate? That's a classic example of the Mandela Effect, a shared false memory. We covered that in a previous video. Go check it out if you haven't. So why would evolution give us such an unreliable memory? Simple. Flexibility is more valuable than accuracy. If you could only remember things exactly as they happened, you'd struggle to adapt or make predictions. Memory isn't for recording the past, it's for navigating the future. Your brain sacrifices some accuracy in exchange for creativity and adaptability, and sometimes that backfires. Need more proof? Here are a few famous examples. People remembering meeting Bugs Bunny at Disneyland. He's Warner Brothers, not Disney. Testimony about being lost in a mall as a child when it never happened. Entire false childhood events implanted in lab settings. These aren't just flukes, they're repeatable. Think false memories are rare? Think again. Have you ever argued with someone about who said what? Sworn you put your keys in a certain spot only to find them elsewhere? Remembered a childhood moment that your sibling says never happened? That's your mind filling in the blanks. It's normal. and it happens to everyone. This is why eyewitness testimony is notoriously unreliable. In high-stress situations, the brain gets flooded with emotion. Attention narrows. Later, when trying to recall, the mind reconstructs and sometimes invents details. That's why many legal systems now treat memory-based evidence with extra caution. Fun fact: your brain processes and stores memories during sleep, but dreams can also mix with reality. You might remember something that was actually a dream, or your brain may tag dream content as real. This can lead to deeply embedded but totally false memories. Asterisk, yes, some people are more prone to false memories. Traits include high imagination, creative thinking, frequent daydreaming, high suggestibility, childhood trauma. But again, no one is immune. Even scientists fall for it. Want to reduce false memories? Here are a few tips. 1. Question vivid memories, especially emotional ones. Point 2. Avoid leading questions when recalling events. Point 3. Write things down immediately to avoid memory drift. Separate dreams from real events by journaling. Point 5. Cross-check with others if possible. Now, before you panic, false memory isn't always dangerous. Sometimes it's beautiful. You might remember your childhood as more magical than it was. Or recall a vacation with extra sunshine and laughter. That's not deception. That's your brain rewriting the narrative in your favor. So, what have we learned? False memories are a natural byproduct of how your brain works. Your memory is flexible, creative, and adaptive, but not always accurate. Suggestion, imagination, and emotion all shape what you remember. You shouldn't always trust your memory, especially when it feels too perfect. Have you ever experienced a false memory? Maybe something you were sure happened until someone proved it didn't? Share your story in the comments. If you found this fascinating, go check out our previous episodes. Why you forget things instantly, the Mandela Effect explained. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because next time on Mindscope, we'll dive into the hidden messages you see every day without realizing they're there. Thanks for watching, and remember, your brain isn't always telling the truth, but it's always trying to help you survive.